It's Deadline reporting Jason Momoa to play Lobo in Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. And, it's not just Deadline reporting this because Jason Momoa also stating they called. A post over on, what's it called? Instagram states, so Lobo was, I collected comics. Now, this is a quote taken from an interview he had quite a while ago. And I don't do so much anymore, but was always my favorite. And I always wanted to play Lobo because I'm like, hello, it's perfect. It's the perfect role, he said. I mean, listen, if they call and ask me to play him, it's a fuck yeah. I haven't received that call, so I don't want to put any fake news out there. But if they ever call me and ask me to play or ask me audition, I'm there. And today he said they called. So then we have one more confirmation of James Gunn, who states, welcome to the DCU, Jason Momoa, Lobo, Supergirl. So we have confirmation from the man himself, the main man, Lobo, Jason Momoa, as well as the co-head of DC Studios, James Gunn. Jason Momoa is officially Lobo in the DCU. Now, we all pretty much knew this was going to happen. I mean, let's be honest here. We saw that video of Jason Momoa. What it was probably about a year ago, if not more or less, something like that. There was that video that he did where he was like, "Guys, I got the greatest news ever. This is so amazing. I can't wait to tell you." Woo! He was all excited, like talking to the security guards at Warner Brothers, like wherever it was. He was so excited, all excited about it. And we kind of knew this is probably what it was going to be. I even talked about it. Other people have talked about it. I'm not going to sit here and say that this wasn't expected, but to get the confirmation, to get this news is absolutely fantastic. It really is, because we all know Jason Momoa was made for this role. This is the role that Jason Momoa was made for. Even years ago, when I would sit and talk with my friends about the DCEU, about what was going on, where things would be going, we would always sit there and say, it's really bizarre that Jason Momoa is Aquaman. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's doing a good job in the role, but he really should be Lobo. And that is what has always been said for many years by everybody. So the fact that it's happening, it's absolutely perfect. And obviously, you're going to have the people out there that, oh, this is just fan casting once again. No, this is perfect casting. This is actually looking at the character, looking at the actors out there, looking at an actor who wants to play the role and realizing that, hey, maybe his passion, maybe the fact that he looks like the character, maybe all of that encapsulated with everything else, hey, it's a match made in heaven. Now, we've also talked in the past how it makes sense for him to pop up in Supergirl, specifically this story that this movie is, coming from, the Woman of Tomorrow. Yeah, there's bounty hunters in this. There's a bounty hunter in this story. And yes, it isn't Lobo in the comic, but it's not like they can't take and utilize Lobo in that role or add Lobo to it in another capacity. There's a lot of things that just sound like a lot of fun. Like it's going to be really cool. They're expanding the universe. They're utilizing a character like Lobo with a big name like Jason Momoa. This is fantastic. There's nothing negative about this right here. This is a great thing to get excited about. And yes, there are people out there who are going to sit there and say that, oh, this means that the Snyderverse is completely dead. No, look, I get it. People want to sit there and find a reason to rag on the Snyder cult. Absolutely. Go and do what you want to do, whatever. But if it were to ever come to fruition, like I said, in animated form, like I really believe it should and could and may happen at some point, Jason Momoa could still lend his voice in animated form for the Snyderverse. So that could still happen. But in actuality, the fact that he's moving over into the DCU now as Lobo is fantastic. And I think this is just the first step. Like, we can see other characters, actors, other actors who played other roles now within the DCEU come over to the DCU now. And that's what's exciting because there are other roles that some of those other actors and actresses probably could fill in better than where they what they did over there over here now. So that's exciting. But I want to know what you think because this is big news and it's exciting news. The DCU is building, it's flourishing, and that's what's exciting. Because not only that, this is the cast of Supergirl that we know of so far. 100% confirmed cast. We got Millie Alcock as Supergirl, Kara Zor-El. We got Matthias Schoenaerts as Creme of the Yellow Hills. We got Eve Ridley as Ruthie and Jason Momoa as Lobo. Now, obviously, this cast or this movie is going to be filled with other cast members, and it's going to be unknowns and maybe some knowns and character actors here and there. Absolutely, things may have not been told to us and revealed to us yet in that regard. Heck, David Cornsweet may pop up in this movie. We don't know. Rachel Brosnahan may pop up. We don't know what characters may pop up in this movie from Superman even. So there's a lot of things that could happen. We just don't know. But the beautiful thing about this is things are moving along, and they're going to be moving along so much faster now because the official production date for this movie is January 13th. That's right, guys. We are about 2 weeks away at this point for this movie to start production. January 13th. Guys, if that doesn't show the confidence that there is in the DCU, I don't know what does. Superman is coming out. It's coming. You have Creature Commandos that was a big hit. Now you have Lanterns that's starting, Supergirl starting production in the next few weeks. There is confidence that this DCU is going to succeed. And because of that, they're confident and they're comfortable with starting production on these instead of waiting for Superman to come out, waiting for this stuff to come out to say, all right, let's keep pushing and pushing and pushing. That is a level of confidence. That is a level of being comfortable with who's in charge, who's doing things, these scripts, these actors, everything like that. That is what is important to understand with all of this. And that is what is great about what is happening. So it goes down the line from the top, from James Gunn to Peter Safran to the cast of David Cornsweet, all the way down to what we just heard today with Jason Momoa as Lobo. All of this stuff coming together with this excitement, with this, just again, I guess the only word that I can say is confidence again. Just this confidence in everything. And that's what's great about the DCU right now. We've never seen this before with this brand, with this franchise, with this IP. We have not seen it. You go back to 2014, 2015, 2016, after Man of Steel, it was in disarray at Warner Brothers, and it sucks. That's what happened, but it is what happened, and it sucks. But it was just in disarray. There was no confidence. It was a mess. Nobody knew what was the right hand didn't know what the left hand was doing. Nobody else knew what was going on. There was backstabbing going on. It was a mess. What we're seeing right now is a more positive and bright future for DC because there is a steadying hand and confidence within the studio. And that shows so much more than we've ever seen before. And that's why it's exciting. And that's why news like we got today is exciting. Now all we need to do is get Henry Cavill over to the DCU as like Clayface or something. No, I'm just kidding. But again, let me know your thoughts. What you think about all this? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear what you guys have to say. It's exciting news about Lobo, Supergirl starting filming in 2 weeks from now, January 13th. It's exciting times, guys. I love it. I hope you guys love it. DCU, there's confidence there. It's a good time. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below.